have another question. I remember the last general elections when people were pushing for the Diaspora vote, and the topic's always been floating around, and it never got through. There was opposition. It never happened. People pushed, blah, blah, blah. Why now? Why has it suddenly happened? And I think it really did happen at the last minute. It wasn't, we've had, several years to get this through. Why at the last moment?
Well, it's a typical way of Albanian politics. They like to do things last minute.
Not just Albanian politics.
Well, I refer to Albanian here. Personally, I would have liked this. I'd have liked the parliament to have taken it far more seriously and actually to have done this in the year one of the 4-year term, not in the last 6 months before the elections. But again, it comes back to better late than ever.
I think this has made people cynical as well. They're like, why has it happened at the last minute?
Absolutely.
Why has he suddenly decided?
And rightly so, because had it been done 2 or 3 years ago, for example, we'd have had enough time to brainstorm ourselves, but also to scrutinize the legislation even more. I don't want to go through some of the details, but I have some concerns, for example. I'm not going to state them here now because it's too late in the day. Nothing will change until the 11th of May, and it will go with the current code. But there are so many issues that could have been addressed. And I'm not saying changed, but at least addressed. Why late? It is done very late in the day, but at least it is done now. The diaspora was crying out to have this right to vote for decades. I think had it not been done this time around, it would be too late for it to be done in 2029. Remember that first generation of Albanians living abroad is people like me who are now definitely parents, some of them actually grandparents. Now, it is very easy to convince me or my wife to vote for the elections, to register and then vote for the elections in Albania. It's a little bit harder for my kids. They're both of voting age, for example, and it will be far harder for my grandchildren to register to vote. So it is just in time. Had they allowed another 5 to 10 years, I think the interest of the diaspora to vote would have been far lower.